Recognize who I am.
Yes, a very important man. That's why I'm recommending that the DA sleep on it before deciding whether to charge you or not. Of course, you'll probably have to spend the night in jail.
What?
Well, that's good, sir.
Parker, I don't see anything good about this. If I lose control of the paper, you'll probably lose your job. You've thought of that, haven't you?
No, I mean, it's good that Captain Barbera's recommendation counts for so much. When he finds out that the Bugle is doing an in-depth profile on him, and he realizes that his treatment of you will have a direct bearing on the tone of that article.
Article on me?
Well, I'm sorry. I saw the memo on Rita's desk. One of your better ideas, I must say.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
You know, maybe I better call the DA. It would be a shame if Mr. Jameson had to spend the night here if it really wasn't necessary.
Are you sure he won't mind if you call him this late?
Trust me.
Parker, sometimes you amaze me. You know, son, that story about Captain Barbera, that isn't a bad idea at all. Yeah, I think I'll put Myers on it. And you can handle the pictures.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you, sir. But first, we've got to get you cleared for that stockholders meeting.
Yeah.
Mr. Jameson, I've got your car parked right out front.
What are you all dressed up for?
Now, you didn't want me driving around in your Rolls in an old housecoat, did you?
Well, actually, I didn't want you driving around in it at all.
You know, tell the truth. Your getting out early kind of messed up my plans. See, I had this date with this guy I know over in Jersey. We were going to strip your car.
You know, I half believe she was.
Hello. What are you doing here?
I told you the university wasn't that big.
But how'd you know I'd be coming this way?
Because your next class is in the Chem building, which is right over there.
How'd you know that?
Oh, a good reporter never reveals his sources.
Oh, you checked my class card at the ad building.
Now, you see, you could be a reporter, too. Trina, you were there at the museum the night that Mr. Jameson went to meet Professor Rustin. Are you certain they were alone?
All I know is I didn't see anyone, and I locked the door before I left.
Well, now, what's the big deal about Rava back in Calistan?
Calistan used to be ruled by the high priest of Rava.
That's it? That's why the idol is so important?
Well, the members of the cult were the fiercest warriors in the country.
Oh, so that's how the cult held power. I understand they used to worship death?
Not really. They believed that death in battle was the way to a place of honor in the next life. Peter, why are you asking me all these questions?
Because I'm trying to help Mr. Jameson. And because you're the only expert on Calistan I happen to know.
I'm no expert on Calistan.
Well, you translated the inscriptions on the idol.
Look, the cult was overthrown and the high priest banished 50 years before I was even born.
So, you mean to say the cult doesn't exist?
I didn't say that.
So it does exist. Trina, what are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm just concerned about what happened to Professor Rustin.
Suppose the cult did get their hands on the idol and took it back to Calistan. What would happen?
The high priest would declare a holy war and try to regain power.
Civil war. Have they ever tried that before?
Rava's always been very carefully guarded. As a matter of fact, this is the first time the government has ever allowed the idol to leave the country.
Which means this is the first time the cult has had a chance to get their hands on it.
I wouldn't know about that. Look, I'm going to be late. I have a class.
But Professor Rustin said that our God would be returned to Calistan.
Well, I hope you got that in writing, pal. Because we can't very well ask him now, can we?
You must return Rava to his people.
Hey, don't tell me what I must do. This could turn into a murder investigation. This statue here is evidence. It's not going anywhere.
You will know Rava's revenge.
Yeah? Well, if I'm ever in Calistan, I'll remember not to drink the water. Get out of here. I wouldn't worry about those guys. I'll tell you what, I'll have the cruisers in the area make a couple extra rounds, okay?
Thanks a lot, Captain. It'd sure make me feel a lot better.
Where's your phone?
Oh, right this way.
Captain, can I talk to you? Look, you have got to make sure that the Idol of Rava doesn't get back to Khalistan. I mean, it could cause a civil war, with Khalistan sitting right between Russia and China.
Relax, Parker. I already talked to some fruitcake who said he was from the Khalistani consulate.
Captain, did he threaten you?
No, but he said that statue of Smiling Jack in there was gonna get me. You notice how scared I am.
I wouldn't take that lightly if I were you, sir. Look what happened to Professor Rust.
You too? Parker, don't you have to oil your slide rule or something?
Well, I really think you
No.
ought to listen.
Thanks. Had to be a Barbera sandwich.
If I hadn't pulled out the bologna.
Hey, come back here.
An in-depth profile of Captain Barbera. That's the worst idea I ever heard.
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. You liked it.
Sure. That was before Rustin slipped into a coma. Do you know what this is going to look like to the stockholders of the newspaper?
Mr. Jameson, you're not guilty.
It doesn't matter. If I'm not at that meeting for any reason, especially if I'm in jail, I'm going to lose the paper.
We can't let that happen.
We? There's nothing we can do about it.
Mr. Jameson, do you remember those pictures that I took at the museum? Could I have another look at those, please?
Why?
I got a shot of one of the demonstrators. Now, I think this man was involved.
They're all involved. Have you been talking to the Bulletin or the Dispatch? I see. You're the first of the rats to leave the sinking ship. Is that it?
I would never do any such thing.
I paid you more than I should have for those pictures. They're mine. Nobody's going to see them.
Why does that man have to be so stubborn?
That's probably what got him where he is.
I mean, he is in jail, and he still thinks he knows all the answers. If that's what it takes to be rich, I'd rather stay poor.
Honey, you work for Mr. Jameson long enough, you'll get your wish, for sure.
We have got to help him. Now, I have to get some of those pictures that I sold to Mr. Jameson. Rita, I have a shot of one of the demonstrators. I am sure the man was involved.
Forget it, Pete. Now, he's got them and the negatives in his desk, and the office is locked. He locks it whenever he leaves.
So I see.
Well, why does he do that? You're always here.
Who do you think he is worried about?
Why should that be?
Rita,
so
isn't there
difficult?
some way this could be arranged? Our
Why
jobs
can't
are at
Gilbert
stake.
be what his father is?
Oh.
Why should any of us be
Well, listen, honey, now that you put it that way, oh, yes, there is a way it can be arranged.
Yeah, he's one of them. They said they were from the Calisthenic Consulate. What makes you think this guy has anything to do with Rustin's accident?
I guess you could just say I've got a feeling about him. Every time he's around, something bad happens.
Really? I could say the same thing about you.
Well, you had a run-in with him. Did anything strange happen to you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did, and it wasn't for...
If it hadn't been for who? Well, what happened to you, Captain?
Nothing happened, Parker. Forget it.
Well, something certainly happened to Mr. Jameson.
Okay, just for the sake of argument, say something did happen to me.
Something like the things that Mr. Jameson described.
Okay, Parker, okay. Just tell me one thing. How could this Calistani have pulled it off?
I don't know. But if something strange had happened to me, I'd want to find out how.
It's interesting that you called. I was following this case anyway. Have you ever heard of telekinesis?
The ability to move objects with the mind, sure, but I thought it was mostly a theory.
Oh, telekinesis exists. There's too much data to deny it. I get reports every week here of people who can perform telekinetic feats. There are people who, on command, in front of a live TV camera, can move objects on a table.
Or make images appear on a photographic negative.
Exactly. The most powerful telekinetic minds can bend steel bars with just the force of their minds.
Doctor, have you ever heard of something called teleportation?
Yes, but that's just a theory.
Well, tell me, how does it work?
Well, it's a concept in which the mind of the teleport is able to change the molecular structure of an object in such a way as to make it seem to disappear from one location, transport it over a distance, return it to its original form, making it seem to materialize in a second location.
Mr. Jameson didn't mention anything about any objects disappearing.
Well, the phenomena he described only sounds possible if he encountered an individual with an incredibly advanced telekinetic gift. But I've never heard of anyone having the power as strongly as you describe.
But if he did have it that strongly, he could do all the things that Mr. Jameson described.
Oh, absolutely. Theoretically, the extent of the power is limitless. If you'd like to know more, why don't you flip through these books?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Keller. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Oh, hello, Captain. You going to take a class?
Sure. I may even go back to school full time.
Good. Maybe I can get you into my fraternity.
Hey, Doc, can I talk to you a minute?
You know who I am.
I know who you claim to be.
You have seen my power. Could any man but his high priest have such power?
Only if the old legends are to be believed.
You do not have much respect. I had heard that you were more American than Kalistani.
I am only American. I've never been to Khalistan.
But it is in your blood. After all, your grandmother was a daughter of the last high priest of Rava. And you also knew that I would be coming to you for help.
I will not help you destroy a Khalistan that 70 years of peace has allowed her to become.
You will do as I say. Thank you. I knew you would see it my way.
I opened up this morning at 9 a.m., just like always. Then I shut off the alarms and opened up.
All the alarms in working order?
Oh, they work perfectly. I can't understand it.
Was the idol the only thing that was taken?
Parker, what are you doing here?
I was on my way to class when I saw your car. Doesn't this prove that Mr. Jameson was innocent?
Certainly not.
You know, Captain, there could be international repercussions over this.
Yeah? Well, don't you worry about it, Parker. I'll find it.
Have you questioned those Khalistanis that tried to take the statue from you?
Well, that's a terrific idea, Parker. Talk about your international repercussions. You want me to waltz up to the Khalistani consulate and accuse them of robbery? That'd look great in the papers.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Sir, how many sets of keys to the museum were there?
Well, we have 2 sets in security, and Dr. Rustin had 2 sets of keys. Maybe there's a record in his office of who has that other set.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Trina?
Well, twice in 1 week. I guess the university isn't as big as I thought it was.
Trina, I have to talk to you.
Sure, but I've got a class. Can it wait?
Rava was stolen last night.
That's terrible.
I think you had something to do with it.
I'm going to be late.
You told me that you locked up the museum the night you let Mr. Jameson in. The police will find out that you've got a set of keys. It's just a question of time. But we don't have much time. Do we, Trina?
No. I'll be taking the idol back to Khalistan tonight.
Was this the man? Who is he?
His name is Mandak. He's the high priest of Rava.
Why did you help him?
I had to. He's got a kind of power.
Yeah, I know. It's called telekinesis. He can make things happen with his mind.
That's how they choose the high priest.
Whoever has the greatest power gets the job. The other night, at the museum, when Mandak and Professor Rustin were arguing, were you there?
Yes. He made the idol shake. He made a scimitar fly at the professor.
And he made a stone object fall. And everything Mr. Jameson said happened really did happen.
Certainly he made the idol fall on the professor, too.
Well, then why don't you go to Captain Barbera and tell him all that so Mr. Jameson can get out of jail? Look, maybe Professor Rustin will get better, and maybe he'll clear Mr. Jameson, but that isn't going to happen for a while. There's a meeting tomorrow of the stockholders at the newspaper. If Mr. Jameson isn't there, he will lose control of the Bugle. You have got to do it now.
I should have done it already, but I was afraid of Mandak. Oh, Peter, I'm so ashamed.
Don't be. Everybody will realize how hard it was to stand up against that kind of power.
So I want to check on the location of every Calistani in the city. Then call the Immigration Service. Call the State Department. 10-4. Out. Why, what? Great.
Sorry if I scared you, but I had to talk to you. I have something important to say.
You could have phoned.
Would you believe me if I called and said I was Spiderman?
You got a point. What kind of information?
The idol of Rava was stolen by a man named Mandak. It's being held at the Calistani consulate.
It might as well be in Calistan. I can't go busting in their consulate without some pretty heavy evidence.
I know that. But if you happen to be at the rear of the consulate tonight, about 11, you just might find the idol sitting on the curb.
Yeah, they're just gonna give it back like that?
Not exactly. Just be there tonight at 11. You'll see.
You'll get yours one of these days, you web-headed.
Rava, you will feel his wrath.
Parker.
Oh, Mr. Jameson, how did it go at the stockholders' meeting?
Oh, I think you could say I sunk that pirate. It was beautiful.
So you're still in control of the newspaper?
Well, there was never any doubt about that. Once I got out of that ridiculous jail.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, sir. I was doing my job.
You did an excellent job, Captain.
I thank you, sir. I'd like to take all the credit, but I have to admit I couldn't have pulled it off without Spiderman.
Oh, well, he'd be delighted to hear you say that, Captain. Do you mind if the Bugle quotes you on that?
Not on your life. I'm not giving any recognition to some freak who runs around in a red and blue union suit.
Mr. Jameson, what's the latest on Professor Rustin's condition?
Oh, I called the hospital after the meeting. He's much better.
Oh, that is great news. By the way, Captain, whatever happened to Mandak?
Well, it looks like he's going to be all right. But the Calistanis have granted him diplomatic immunity for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
Could it be that the government of Calistan has plans for him and his cult of Rava?
I see what you mean. Well, Mr. Jameson and Captain, why don't you both step in here next to the idol, and then I can take a picture of it.
Excellent.
Okay.
How about right here?
Yeah, why don't you come in close?
Mm-hmm. This is one picture that's sure to make the front page of the Bugle.
Really? At front page rates?
Yeah, at front page rates.